Welcome to the Healthpreneur podcast. My name is Uriel Kame, New York Times bestselling author, former professional athlete, and founder of Healthpreneur, the world's leading company helping health and fitness experts start and scale high-end coaching businesses. If you want to attract more clients, learn how to convert them without feeling salesy, and deliver an amazing program for them on the back end, if you want to be inspired by what others just like you have gone through and how you can do the same no matter what life throws your way, then you are in the right place, because every single week, Monday, Wednesday, Friday, we're going to be bringing you the best to help you take your knowledge and expertise to the next level with your health or fitness coaching business. And if you enjoy what you see and hear and would like to take your business to the next level, then I invite you to check out our free online training over at healthpreneurgroup.com/training. And for now, let's get into today's episode. Hey guys, what's going on? Yuri here. Welcome back to the show. Today I'm going to share a topic with you that I think is going to stir up a bit of controversy, and that has to do with why saving money can actually make you broke. Yeah, it's a little bit, what is the word? Counterintuitive to common advice. And here's what now let me clarify what I mean. Okay, so if we look at money, okay, the word currency, the Latin meaning for currency is to run or flow, okay? Think of, in physics, we talk about currents, or even if you look at in the ocean or in the air currents, right? Current is flow of something. Currency is to run or flow. So think about it this way. Really, I heard this years ago. You know the Dead Sea in Israel? It is the only body of water. Okay, so first of all, there's no organisms that live in the Dead Sea, to my knowledge, because it's so salty. And check this out. The Dead Sea is the only body of water in the world that only receives. Okay, check that out. It only receives water coming in. It doesn't give it back out. That's why it's the Dead Sea. So what does this have to do with you saving money and becoming broke? Well, if the goal of saving money, we have to look at what is the objective, what is the goal, what's the intention behind saving money. And quite often those who save money or kind of hoarding or kind of keeping it for themselves, what that means is that they're afraid that more isn't coming in. Okay, let that sink in for a second. The reason that a lot of people hoard and hold on to money is because they don't have enough faith that more is coming to them. You see, money is only useful when it is used. If you have $1 million sitting in your bank account, first and foremost, you don't have $1 million sitting in your bank. You have one with several zeros that show up on your bank, online banking or statements, but the bank in and of itself is using about 90% of that money in leveraged ways, right? So you don't actually physically have that money in your bank accounts. So that's one kind of illusion we have to get around. But the thing is, if you have $1 million in your bank account, it is useless. Think about that. It is useless other than the feeling of certainty and safety that it might provide you. Because if you don't use the $1 million sitting in your bank, then there's no difference if you had zero money in your bank. Do you know what I'm saying? So money is only useful when it is used. So that's why I believe saving money can make you broke, because it's a mentality of scarcity. Now, I'm not saying don't save some money. Don't be, listen, I'm not a financial advisor, obviously, but here's the thing. I would never take advice from a financial advisor who's making a lot less money than I am. I don't know about you, but I've been to, you go into your bank and you've got some dude making $60,000 a year or $100,000 a year, whatever it is, and they're trying to tell you how to manage your money. Hey, put your money in RRSPs, which is kind of like an IRA, or not an IRA, but a 401k in Canada. Hey, put all your money in there, because when you retire, when you're 65, then you can live it up. First of all, I'm not going to retire. Second of all, retirement is the first step to death, and we've all been sold a big lie. So what I'm going to focus on instead of saving my money is investing it. I'm going to use money as a vehicle to create more good in the world. And what I'm going to focus on instead of saving money is I'm going to build vehicles that generate cash flow. So your business is a vehicle that generates cash flow. It should, okay? And this is where I'm very opinionated about this. Is like, if you don't have a business that systematically generates revenue and income for yourself, you don't have a business, you have a job. Okay? So a business is a system that generates predictable profits for the owner. Now, I like to add in that also does good for the people it serves, because I think that's really important. What that means is that, let's say you own a McDonald's. You invest $1 million to buy a McDonald's franchise. Now, are you the one flipping the burgers? Are you the one taking everyone's orders? Well, if you are, you're an employee, you're not the business owner. You're able to step away from the McDonald's. No one even knows who owns the McDonald's, yet they're getting their value delivered. They're getting what they came for. And you, as the owner, have taken the risk to financially commit to this investment, to say, you know what, I have a feeling this is going to work out. And as a result, you reap a reward every single month, quarter, year, whatever, for being the owner of that business. So in your business, you have to think about, how do I set up my business so that if I remove myself from it, it still runs and changes people's lives even without my direct presence. Now, I know this can kind of be tough to wrap your head around if you're coaching clients, but yes, there is a way to do that. And it's all about how you set up your systems and how you set up your coaching in the first place to do that. I'm not opposed to saving money, okay? I'm not opposed to saving money, but the most important thing is to think about the intention behind it, all right? We speak with a lot of people, and, very often someone might say, I'd love to work with you, but I'm going to save up a lot of my money first. It doesn't really work that way, okay? It doesn't work that way, because what that basically tells me is you don't have enough confidence to, take a risk on yourself, right? To believe in yourself enough, or believe in us, which is another story, but at least to believe in yourself enough to say, you know what, I'm going to commit to this thing, and I think it's going to work out. I don't know for sure, because we can never know for sure. If you think back to school, did we know for sure anything was going to happen? School is the biggest lie that's ever been sold other than retirement. Go to school for 4 years and then some, become a professional, for what? So that you can make money and be happy? Yeah, that's the pipe dream, but does school prepare you at all for business? Does it show you how to set up a business, how to manage your finances, how to do any of that stuff? No, it doesn't. What it does is it equips you to get into the world with knowledge and how to and factual knowledge, and then hundreds of thousands of dollars of debt. And it says, bye, have a nice life. Oh, and by the way, we're going to be sending you letters and phone calls every year for you to donate back to the university or college that you graduated from, as if the initial investment wasn't enough, right? So you invest all this money in your education. Why would you not invest it in yourself or in your business? Right? There was no guarantee when you left school that you would do anything with that. Just like there's no guarantee that if you invest in a coaching program or some type of mastermind or anything, that you're going to get anything from that, because it's largely dependent upon you. But the most important thing you have to think about is that if you want to save money, why is it that you want to save money? Is it because you fear you don't have enough? Well, if you don't have enough, then the only way to change your situation is to change the way you drive income into your business. Because if you can't make more income, you can't change your situation. No amount of saving, the whole latte factor and saving 10%, all that stuff is great. But listen, I still want to have my latte, right? And I'm still going to save a percentage of my income, but I'm not going to save it because of an emergency fund. I'm not going to save it for a rainy day. What I'd rather do is I want to focus my attention on the fact that, listen, if I set up the right systems, I can drive and I can generate income into my business and into my personal life. And that is going to allow me to continue to grow, continue to contribute, and allow me to live the life I want to live now, not in 50 years from now, right? So think about why, if this is something that is, perhaps passed down to you from your parents or your cultural upbringing. There's a lot of people who are like really good savers, right? They're penny pinchers, and they clip coupons, and they'll drive halfway across town to save 5 cents on gas. And I'm not saying there's anything wrong with that, but what I want you to think about and question is, what is the intention behind that? If you are worried that more isn't coming in, that's the bigger issue. Because if you're worried about not making more money, you can't make more money. The worry and the doubts and the fear repel what you want from coming into your life. All that's going to attract into your life is more things to worry about, fear about, and be doubtful about. So set up your business to win. Set up your business to give you consistent cash flow so that you can pay for your desired lifestyle. And yeah, sure, save a percentage for investments, for other things you want to do, but don't wait to have this huge bank of savings for some rainy day and then you can live your life, because that's not the way it's going to work. Okay? That mentality, I believe, is a broke mentality. And it is a way that is holding a lot of people back from living their dream. Okay? The only way to live the life you want to live is to live it, right? To live it. Let your business pay for your lifestyle. Let your business drive the cash flow you need to serve the people you want, to do the things you want, to buy the house, to have the vacations, to buy the car, to contribute in whatever ways you want to do. And as a percentage of that growth, you can save a little bit and do whatever you want with that. Okay? Again, I'm not here to give you financial advice, but I do want to challenge you on the way that we're thinking around money, because how you think about money will determine how much money you have. And if you're coming from a place of lack and scarcity, you will only ever perpetuate more conditions to give you more lack and scarcity. You can only create abundance from feelings of abundance. Even if you've got $1 in your bank account, you need to be grateful and appreciate that $1. Because only from a place of gratitude and appreciation can you attract more of that to you. Does that make sense? So there's the deal. There's my little sermon for the day if you want to think of it that way. Yeah, listen, if you're interested in generating or changing your income situation and changing the way you drive revenue in your life, in your business, then listen, click the link around here or just go to workwithyuri.com if you're listening to this on the podcast. And let's look at what you're doing right now in your business. What isn't working, where you want to go, what is that goal you want to achieve? And let's build a system that can predictably bring clients into your business, that can predictably bring more revenue into your business, so that 6 months, 12 months, 2, 3 years down the road, you have a vehicle, you've got a machine that is working for you, that is better than any nest egg you may have been saving up for years and years and years, because now you have a way of printing money, literally printing money while serving other people. If that's of interest to you, then go to workwithyuri.com. Let's talk about how we can get you there. And if there's a good fit, hey, cool, we can talk about what the next steps might be. And if there isn't a good fit, then at least you'll leave with more clarity and a bit more direction about what to do. Cool? So that is all for today. Thanks so much for joining me. Hope you guys have an amazing day, and I'll see you in the next episode. Ciao. Hey, thanks so much for joining us on this episode of the Healthpreneur podcast. If you've enjoyed this episode, here's what I'd like you to do right now. If you haven't done so already, please subscribe to the Healthpreneur podcast on iTunes. And while you're there, leave us a rating or review. It helps us get in front of more people and change more lives. And if you're ready to start or scale your health or fitness coaching business and want to start getting in front of more people, working with them at a higher level without trading time for money, then I invite you to check out our free 7-figure health business blueprint training, totally free right now. And you can do so at healthpreneurgroup.com/training. For now, thank you so much for joining us. Continue to be great, do great, and I look forward to seeing you in the next episode.